Hello and welcome back to another episode of World of Warcraft Hardcore. My name is Syken and today we're continuing our World of Warcraft Hardcore series where I am playing the Shaman Syken Shocks, and we have made our way to Desolus. I thought a little bit about what we would do after grabbing world buffs. We currently have world buffs running, so don't want to do many of those quests here because they are independent of our capability of actually killing stuff. But I figured might as well tame one of these guys. So got ourselves a couple of quests, right? So for starters, there is the Can des Shivpa quest right there. We can tame Kodos whenever we're running into them, which would be down there. I've started off screen going for the Gelkis Alliance, which, mind you, the follow-up is potentially getting ears there, so I'm just trying to be efficient with our waypoints. So let's trade that in first, and then I think we can do two quests up here at the same time. And whenever we're passing by here, and there are a couple of Kodos running around, then we might just catch a Kodo or two. So those are the immediate quests. I have a couple more. Clam bait down here, soft shells, so all of that are water quests. We are uniquely qualified for that. We got both water walking and water breathing. And we got a few quests up here, Hand of Iruxos, as well as the Corruptor, which is a drop quest, and the whole kind of quest up here, the Scepter of Light. Oh yeah, well, that'll be more than enough. Plus, oh yeah, I forgot about it, 2 Bodyguard for Hire quests as we're running back and forth on the street. And once we're a little bit higher level, we can also take the Bone Collector, which would be in the center here, as well as Ghost Plasm Roundup, which would be down here. So as you can already hear, I'm planning to do kind of one-stop shop in Desolus and just do all of the quests in one go. Plan is to be 37.5, maybe even a little bit more than that. Just so that we're getting to the upper parts of the 30s. If that is possible, then we still do have a couple of quests to trade in. I can do that kind of in between sessions whenever I'm flying. And then we would return back to Stranglethorn Vale, because there are still quite a few quests actually that we could do, and around kind of level 39, 40-ish, Razorfang Downs and the Full Scarlet Monastery run, both of which should be good sources of experience. So that's the general game plan that I've thought about. We need to steal crudely dried meat. That's unfortunate. Can't change it though, so might as well do that next. So let's go. Good. On our way, I just so happened to run into a herd of Kodos. Naturally, I captured all of them. And now we're back on track to run and steal all of those items over here. So that'll be a bit more interesting because unfortunately you can't do it whilst you're still kind of neutral or dubious with that clan. You with trading in the last quest, you ruin your reputation so much so that they will now attack you, and that means all of this here is becoming a hostile area. However, with world buffs, our damage output is massively higher. I've seen that in the half hour that I used in order to farm. Just want to showcase a couple of things, like this here, for instance, is a caster. There were no crits sometimes with those casters. Oh, it resisted the war stun. Okay, that is a very bad example of how it should look like. So I had multiple times where it took quite literally 4 or 5 seconds in order to get them down. This, for instance, is a good, yeah, this is a more decent representation. Yeah. Well, as you can see, we're picking specifically the a little bit lower hit point targets, because those bad boys don't put up too much of a fight. There we go. World buffs are like a massive push of adrenaline. All of a sudden the character is just on steroids, which is why it is so much fun to have them. I think we're going to collect and might even go back and forth, back and forth. Certainly can optimize the pathing there a little bit more. Good, these are almost even level mobs, by the way. This is just how strong world buff is, together with a more or less level appropriate blue weapon. Good. We're looking for dried meat, and if I'm not mistaken, this were these little sacks here. Okay. Now that's easy enough. And the cool part is today we're having Onyxia buffs, so we're having Cry of the Dragon Slayer. That specifically favors melee characters. So for the type of build that we are currently running, that's even better. Almost deleted in one go. Nice. If there would be a camp where only these casters would be located, you could even make an argument that just grinding these guys here might be more efficient with a world buff than questing. From time to time, you never know if the Wind Fury procs, but if it procs, like, I could go through maybe 8 or 10 of them without needing to to heal or reapply anything, if there's a reasonable amount of procs, and each of them is like what, 10 seconds max kill speed. So that would be a huge amount of experience just to grind it down, but unfortunately you don't have an area where there are only casters, at least none that I know of, which respawns fast enough. But it is still fun. Always enjoy myself a lot when we're having world buffs, specifically on lower level characters. They were more or less meant for higher level characters, but it's good to see them on low level characters. Good, that is number 2. Nothing there. So we're water walking. Yeah, sometimes it doesn't proc, and then you're sitting there eagerly awaiting that proc. All of a sudden, the stormer just dies. First strikes, 70% of the hit points are just deleted. Wow. Nice. Okay, so there should be another quest item here. Right there, okay, cool, yep. And I think I'm going to fast forward the remainder of the collection. It's relatively straightforward, as you can see. I am enjoying the world buffs and kind of actively still using them in order to just grind a little bit. I'm not really avoiding these guys. Good. After that wind caller, we're going to fast forward. That wind caller fight was a fast forward in itself. Holy smokes. Good. Next quest. Khan Desrath is somewhere around here. The Kolkar Battle Lords, Destroyers, more Battle Lords. More destroyers. Where is the can? Apparently not here. I have to wonder, is that a random spawn? Is he in there? Yeah, apparently not. It's just a couple of battle lords left and right. And those are really not what I'm looking for. I think he might be randomly patrolling this area. Battlelord, Battlelord. What? Khan blah blah's head. Many clans wander, fighting and dying against each other. Go to the Kolka village, and may fortune be with you. Well, thank you. But it would have been really helpful to illustrate how I can find the can. Lots of respawns here. I don't like that. Alright, I tell you what. I'll just continue plowing away, just getting all of these guys down. And once I find the can, I'll let you know. Alright, finally found that stupid can in this tent here. I must say though, this whole place has massive respawns, like ultra high respawn times. It seems that that is even the more aggressive version of hyper spawning. So here we go. The can facing him in his little tent here. Good. Problem solved. Khan dead. And we can move on. It was good though. I mean, you can't deny that the just grind experience of this here, that's 150 experience essentially for free on the go, as they say. It's like a drive-through of McDonald's where you see something and then you order a little burger. A snack, an XP snack. That's how good world buffs are. Specifically targeting the casters simply because they have the least hit points. Low armor, higher chance to hit, and if a Wind Fury procs, it's basically game over for them. Alright, so cool. I would love to do a couple of those bodyguard for hire jobs, but that requires us to be at the right place at the right time. Could work, but not all of the time. So in this case, for instance, the caravan is not here. What we can do in order to increase our chances, I mean, it's not like massive increasing. Wait. There we go. That starts the quest. I was about to layer just to look at the other side. No, but we're lucky. We actually are quite lucky, because there's only like that one spot here where you can get the quest, and if you fail to do it, then you do have a problem.
What's up? Keep it real.
So, let's go. Let's get ourselves a couple of centaurs, shall we? Need to run them all the way to here, which is okay, easy to do. And I think the quest is traded in here, so might as well just trade in multiple quests here at the same time, just to clean up our quest log, really. Bone Collector would be a quest here in the center. That's something that we theoretically could do. Don't see a reason why we couldn't. Few orange mobs. We're soon level 37, so and then they are no longer orange, so we could definitely do that quest. But yeah, let's not get ahead of ourselves. Good, one down. Two down. Let's heal ourselves. We're almost taking all four by ourselves. Typically I let the patrol thing quite a bit because they are sturdy and they are 4. Okay, let's just drink up, eat a little bit, that frees up space. Gosh, I definitely need to free up a lot of space. And we got a nice little extra scroll. I'll take that as well. Cool. There will be one more ambush, I think, or 2 actually. Yeah, there we go.
Charging.
Should always go for the casters first, like, that's such an easy kill. Yeah, that was a strategic mistake not to immediately just go for the casters. So much squishier and so much easier to just get them down. Damn, we're level 40 soon, and I'm nowhere near my money for the mount. And you would guess, you know what, Saiken, you should be rich by now. Not really. Problem is, if you're continuously raiding, every single raid that you're doing costs you around 100 to 150 gold pieces, depending on how valiant you're following the guidelines of your consumables. But you're essentially, without kind of gear repair or anything, you pop a flask, which is 30 to 60 gold pieces, Sansas, which is 6 gold pieces at least, 10 different, okay, wait. Alright, wait, so this time we're nicely going for the casters first. Stoneclaw Totem did his its job, keeps them very nicely busy, and boy, we obliterated this camp. So yeah, Flask, Sansa, that in itself is already kind of around 60 to 70 gold pieces, then depending on what you're where you're going, you chuck between 7 and 10 protection potions, which is between 2 and 3 gold pieces each. So just let's mildly say 20-25 gold pieces for that. And then you do have a couple of other potions that where you basically need 2 of, as well as weapon oils, specific damage potions, and this is just kind of the baseline that you're running with, and that's the kind of 110-ish. If you're then going for special bosses that are, i.e., extra poisonous, there we go, that are i.e. extra poisonous, then you sometimes go with 10 vials of poison removal, which kind of costs a lot as well. So between a gold piece and 2 gold pieces each. So yep, that's a raid in a nutshell. And if you're doing that twice a week, then that is 250 gold pieces drained out of your account, which it looks like it's easy peasy to buy a horse, but it really is not. 8 stamina, that on the other hand is easy peasy. It's easy peasy, one of the best strings that I've seen in a while. Don't need that. I think what we're going to do is I'm just skilling into critical strike. Not that I would want to crit continuously, but it for the last 2-3 levels now might as well just use a little bit more crit. I was thinking if we could also get defensive totems a little bit better, so cooldown reduction and so on, but yeah, not needed. Let's get 15 centaur ears. We still have 20 minutes of our buff, so easily walk over it, get the bone collector quest, do that stuff, and we should be fine. We could also meta game a little bit, since the patrol was just walking alongside here. That means we can follow them because they are then down here. You know what? Nah, because then we could pick up the other caravan, but we will pick up the other caravan. We do have 2 layers and I will make it work. That's not the problem. Let's get 15 centaur ears. We'll skip that quest for you as a viewer because you've seen me kill so many centaurs by now. And then we're picking up bone collector. Good. Well, we only grinded like 15 minutes, not even 10 maybe. And boy, we got like a good 8%. So yeah, maybe I should just use the world buff to strictly grind for something that also drops experience, like for instance in Tenaris, the wastewater guys that drop the pouches, and then you can additionally hand that in, or the troll necklaces in Hinterlands.
Time is money, friend.
Good. Let's see if the patrol has made their way back. Unlikely, but sometimes they are here. And that is where layering comes in. On layer 1, no patrol either. Or no merchant either. That's a bit of a rough one. Alright, I'm fully loaded. I anyways need to bring the bounty back, so F it. We're just going to trade it in and are doing the quarter bones. Those we are bringing back up, and then that whole section here is done. That's a more or less efficient way of doing it before we're then going for the handoff Iruxos. Although I should say we might want to start with the books here, because that quest line of the mage will lead us into the castle. So might as well want to essentially trade in, go do all of that stuff, and then do the follow-up. That seems like a plan. Good. Before we're getting too far ahead of ourselves, let's just start with that bone collection quest. Fortunately or unfortunately for us, not all of the bones spawn one of the guardians, but we should be strong enough to to deal with a level 39 or level 37 now ourselves, which by the way is a fantastic level to also do a couple of dungeons. Scald Monastery and Razorfang Downs are the first two that come to mind. I've seldomly had such a smooth run with these skulls. That was 3 in a row that didn't even spawn a protector. Speaking of which, it finally happened. So yeah, these guys are level 38 and with world buffs that we still have for 5 minutes. They are not as much of a pushover as the Kolkars, but whilst the lower level ones give like 100 and something experience, these guys give 250. So at the end, although you kill less, the pure experience still might be okay. Wow, and out of 5 we only need to fight once. That's insanely good. Good. Give me that Kodo.
They can't join our group.
Yeah, now the world buffs are starting to fade. That's really unfortunate. But look, that's an even leveled enemy. 230 experience, and we just completely destroyed it.
I'm out of range.
If you get a couple of procs and you do have world buffs, it's over. Did we also get Cure Disease? There we go, it's down here. I just haven't keybound it yet.
I need to get closer.
So yeah, I would love to finish this quest in the next 3 minutes so that we still have Rallying Cry of the Dragon Slayer. I think we can do it. It's just one more after this. By the way, a surprising amount of non-coders that I killed. I think this is core number 3, and I also killed 3 non-coders. So we were lucky on the spawn, but not so lucky on all of the ads that were coming through. Okay, spotted the last one, and that really should be it.
I'm out of range.
Might as well take the Ghost of Plasm roundup here, and this quest is almost done.
My mana is low. It's not ready yet.
See, just in time. We had 15 seconds on the Onyxia buff. Fantastic. Good. Take quest, hand in quest. And then I think we should go over here and actually start to do a couple of quests. So we just went here and got the Scepter of Light, and as I mentioned, the first step will be to go into that compound, and we're now there for not only the Scepter of Light, but also for the Hand of Ixioxios, or whatever his name is, the Demon Hand. Both quests can be nicely done together, but we need to keep in mind we do no longer have world buffs. Additionally, the Corruptor quests can even be taken up there. I would need to check it if it is a drop or not. Good, we arrived at Thunder X Fortress. Let's see how well we're doing against lower level characters without world buffs. Looks okay to me. Oh yeah, well that is still fine. So first stop will be up there. We need to climb the tower. But before we're climbing anything, I would like to gain entrance to that fortress. Yeah, most of these guys are melee, but the cool part about melee, or the tragic part I should rather say, is whoever has the higher level has a substantial advantage. I have a much higher chance of critically hitting, crushing blow, critically striking them, hitting them in general. They have a lower chance of doing the same to me. Hence warriors, when they are leveling, are looking for greenish mobs the entire time. Simply because that's the only damage that they can deal. Conversely, if you are fighting against a higher level mob as a warrior, you do have a problem.
I can't hear.
Yeah, that is smooth so far. Very little mana breaks. And these guys are also not running, which is a huge plus. So essentially with one set of mana... Oh, there's the Flayed Demon skin. But we already got it. There's the Corruptor quest. Yeah, well, we will need to kind of go back and forth, because the Corruptor will require us to get back here, if I recall correctly. Anyways, we went through here 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
That spell isn't ready yet.
Too funny. That guy got completely deleted. Didn't even need the grounding totem. Good, there's the Scepter of Light. One quest done. Although I know that the corruptor will force us to go back in, I still am going in now because I want to trade in most of those quests and just reduce the number of quests in our quest log. There's a bit of a travel activity that's simply associated here. And we're in a weird stage with our quest log because I do have a couple of like Scarlet Monastery quests and Razor Fang Downs, which essentially I do not want to skip right now. And a few already finished quests in the Arathi Highlands, as well as a couple of the ones in Thousand Needles, so I just need to trade stuff in.
Still recharging. That spell isn't ready yet.
Good, with Stone Skin Totem, these guys are hitting me for like 12 and 14. Okay, that is easy enough. Don't see a problem here. Yeah, typically the casters make this here a bit more icky, but since I do have so many anti-caster tools in my class kit, this is actually going to be relatively straightforward. Okay, just double checking. There's no more patrol. We're drinking up. Ah, there is the other patrol. And we, by the way, also do have line of sight. Gosh, I need to change to Summon Water. This here is super expensive, man. Pushes the horse that I want in even further distance. Okay, careful here because that is easily a triplet board. Resist. Okay, interesting. Well, I do have a new totem and another shock. Keep in mind we haven't been hit once so far. Very nice. An area full of casters, just like I requested it earlier. Do I have the demonic pick? Yes. Okay, well, we're going to fight the demon. rather a demon spirit. And that was quite simple. Demon box done. So we got 1, 2 quests to trade in, 3 quests, 4 quests. Good. Lots of trading in. Alright, the wall is of course see-through. So yeah, I still would want to do the water quests now, because then we can move down and trade in all of the quests at the same time. Also, we do have water walk, so this here should be really, really fast. We just have enough room for kind of the follow-up quests here. Let me get there. Good, before we go into the water, let's trade in this quest. And we gotta get that book. Summon Book of the Ancients. Okay, cool. So, a couple of things here. We even need to get the reclaimed treasure. So let's get that quest as well, and then we do have a lot of water-related mobs to kill, including Nagas, plenty of Nagas. But since we do have Purge and water breathing, we really shouldn't have any problem. Alright, so this here starts the treasure claim. We're going to give ourselves some water breathing. And we need to kill plenty of Naga. But also more. We need to get the key. Etc. And of course clams. Lots and lots of clams. So these guys here have soft shell clam meat. Do these have it as well? No, they don't. Yeah, our mana could become a bit of an issue. As in, we need to very regularly dive up. Good. There's the key. These clams indeed contain the meat as well, so that's good. Just need to essentially get a few of them, as well as a few of these reef walkers that are, by the way, trying to harvest the clams. Good, we're doing a little trick here. Called drink on a barrel. And I'll fast forward until we have all of the clam meat, because this is not very entertaining, but and quite time intense. Good, we're done with the first part. Now it's time to kill some Nagas. And luckily, since we're doing multiple quests at once, it's not just killing these Nagas, but some of them, like the Slitherbane, normal Slitherbane Nagas, also have a chance for the golden key. One of the quests requires us to get a golden and a silver key. The silver key we already got from the crabs, and now it's a matter of getting the remaining key. He's drinking water whilst his nose is underwater. Hilarious. Yeah, and I need to rebuff water breathing. Cool part about it is all of our resources for those water related spells are being filled up, because scales and so on are dropping from Nagas. Is it, by the way, only those normal Nagas that can drop it? Or could these... Yeah, all of the Nagas could drop it. Okay, so even the casters could. Wow, and since they're a little bit lower than we are, we're getting like massive hits in. If the frost armor from the sorceress is this build, boy is she not having a good time. There's the golden key, by the way. So now it's just a matter of killing a few more Nagas, and then we're done on this part. Let me fast forward that before we're swimming over to the island. Cool. We got all of the ones at the beach, and now all we need are the Myrmidians, and these guys are really far down here. I personally am a big fan of water quests, but of course they suck if you don't have the right preparation. So if I would be playing a character that does not have water breathing by themselves or is an undead, then I would for sure get myself an elixir of water breathing. The movement is a bit clunky underwater, but it is such a beautiful environment. Tranquil, calm. And I mentioned it earlier, but I think World of Warcraft has done a good job in reenacting the whole water fight. Water fights are typically never really like fun, but here I can definitely see myself enjoying it from time to time. only thing that I don't like is that some of the Nagas have the tendency to just swim away. This guy has an ultra valuable charm. He's a rare spawn. No, he's not. It's just a normal spawn. I might be tripping here, but I know that one of the Nagas had a rare charm, PvP charm.
I can't cast that yet.
It's not the Tide Hunter. Those were just picked because they do have, I think, Frost Nova. Yeah, never mind. Good, so we need Myrmidons. Got 2 of them. The one thing that underwater combat doesn't feature is if you're looking like for quick experience in and out, move fast, then that is definitely not what water combat is about. It's a lot of positioning and just enjoying the landscape, really. I personally enjoy looking at the reefs a lot. That they have done very, very well. Collection quests underwater, not so much my favorite pastime activity. Everything else, very much. There's one Stranglethorn quest which forces you to select or collect pearls, and they are so difficult to see that they go for around 1.5 gold per pearl. Mind you, that entire quest requires and they are in an area of open crops, I should mention that, so they are not just readily available. Difficult to see and only accessible in an elite area. And these bad boys go for like 1.5 gold. So that tells you just how much time investment underwater interaction is from time to time. Okay, this guy we should be very, very respectful of. Don't want him to accidentally run into us, because if that would happen, we would likely be dead. I cannot see how we can permanently escape this guy. Maybe slow him down a little bit, but yeah. The giants are one, if not the only, remedial run ender here. In that zone, that is. Almost done with the Myrmidons. Would like to have them done before we're going onto that island. Yeah, the last Myrmidon is over there. Right there. Once this guy is down, we can go onto the island and start doing the Book of Something Something quest. He got slapped. We manhandled him so bad that he afterwards went to the World of Warcraft forums and said, you know what, shamans are completely overpowered, nerf them. And I tell you something else. Why not? Just making it a little bit easier and quicker. By the way, I just realized something. Look at that, man. I'm the only class who can actually sit on the water and drink. Next level brain. Good, don't need all of that. And I think we got enough fish scales. 20 are plenty. Right. The unit scanner is tracking one of these Nagas and seems to have determined that these are super dangerous. Not 100% sure why. But I would have preferred to only have the giants on the unit scanner. Just gotta clear this area. Let me do that and fast forward until it's clear. Good, the area is cleared. Let's set up our totem base here. And give the whole thing a go. Ragaru doesn't really stand a chance against our Wind Fury might. There we go. Book of the Ancients done. Now we just need to claim the treasure, which, if I recall correctly, was somewhere back here.
I'm out of range. I can't cast that yet.
There was a small chest here or something up here. It's a long time that I completely did that quest. Yeah, it was a foot locker down here, right? Yeah, okay. Good, and if my memory serves me well, there wasn't much to do other than just finishing the quest, and then we're going over and handing in the Book of the Ancients there. And since we cleared everything here, we can just walk off the island. And the best part of all of that is it's going to be the quickest water walk ever, because we can quite literally walk over water. Good. The idea now is quest trade in for Book of the Ancients. I think that should end that entire chain. And then we're going to walk alongside the shore all the way down to there. Finally able to sell a lot of stuff. We have our inventory is like overflowing, and also unloading a couple of quests. I think 3 quests here, then 4, and then we're coming to here, Corruptor. We need to bounce back and forth, but that's okay. And the follow-up here should be something over here, and if we're lucky we can get the caravan. So well, it seems like a plan. I wanted 37.5, which I'm pretty sure we have already reached, and might as well reach for the stars and make it 38 if we can. That would be super good. Alright, let's fast forward the trade-in. Good. After a long stroll over the coast,
How you doing, man? Good to meet you.
we can finally trade in. Tell you what, I mean, stamina spirit, nice, but we have something better.
Be good.
So let's take this for money.
Hello, man. Stay away from the voodoo.
Talk to
Might
me.
just double check.
Bye-bye.
Could have sworn that there is a cooking recipe here, but since our cooking is already like very, very, very good, we don't need to stress too much about it. Let's trade in the hand of the demon.
I've been expecting you.
Leads into the portals of Legion, which is fantastic because we can combine that with the other quest. And I need new water and clean up everything. And I think this is actually a good point to end the episode. Still need to trade in a few quests, but that's minor. The quest trade-in got us all the way to 60% XP, which is great, and we're not even done. So the lofty goal of level 38 might still be out there. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. We're going to see each other in the next episode. Until then, have a good one, and bye-bye.